What is up, friend? My name is Josh West with Cellar Sound. Today, I have an awesome video for you. We're going to be doing some effects on a lead vocal on kind of a indie rock kind of a track. I'm going to show you a really simple way to get these vocal effects to sound really good, and it may be in a way that you haven't thought of before. But first, if you haven't yet, please go download my vocal preset bundle. It's completely free. I made it a couple years ago, and it's been downloaded over 7,000 times, which is kind of crazy. It's super easy to use, and it even comes with a free training video that just kind of shows you how to get those on your computer in the easiest way so that you have them forever. All right, so let's get straight into this video. I'm gonna just play a little bit of this track. We're gonna start with the end of this guitar solo right here and then go into the vocal a little bit. Here we go.
Talking myself down. It's always about talking myself down. Can you come and preempt the feed now? Are you coming around to me now? Will you come in?
Super legit. All right, so what we're gonna do first off, these vocals are dry. We're gonna take off our loop here, and I'm gonna solo out this vocal, and we're actually going to export this. So we're gonna say export song to disk. All right, you wanna make sure that your wave and you have this uncompressed 24-bit. By default, it's on the 16-bit. You want it to be on the 24-bit. Now we're gonna just shoot it to the downloads here. We're gonna call this verb and export. Now what we're doing is we're basically exporting the vocal exactly how it is so that we can bring it back into our session, add reverb onto that, and then you have a fader to control your reverb. If that sounds kind of confusing, I'll show you exactly what I mean. All right, so we have our vocal. Now we're just gonna grab it here, verb. We're gonna stick it right there, and then we're gonna do it again. But we're going to call the second one slap. All right, so we'll mute this. We're just going to double check that this is indeed the right thing that we want.
Talking myself down.
Awesome. You hear that room tone in there? You don't quite hear it as much in the track itself. All right, so now we're going to go to the track settings here. So verb. We're going to keep this channel EQ right there, and we're going to put the reverb where this compressor is. So we're going to go ahead and just go to the platinum verb, and we're going to try to get a good sound just using these settings here.
Talking myself down. It's always about talking myself down. Can you come and preempt the feed now?
All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to turn dry all the way off. We're going to turn wet all the way up. I'm going to open up the EQ right after it. We're going to cut out a bunch of these highs that we just don't need. Let's see how this sounds.
Talking myself down. It's always about talking myself down. Can you come and preempt the feed now? Are you coming around to me now?
All right, cool. That's a good start. And now we're going to grab this slap right here, and we're going to add a slap delay, basically. And we're going to go to the Valhalla frequency echo. This is a free plugin that Valhalla made, and it sounds awesome. So we're going to turn the mix percentage to 100%. And why we're doing this is this allows you to kind of mix in the percentage of the dry vocal with the reverb or the delay. And because we're putting the reverb on its own fader and the slap delay on its own fader, we want this to be at 100%. That way we can mix these two effects with the lead vocal and then do something cool that I'm going to show you at the very end. All right, so then we're going to go to our milliseconds here, and I'm going to type in 133. It's just a really good slapback sound. And we're going to solo out the lead vocal and see what we have here.
Talking myself down. It's always about talking myself down. Can you come and preempt the feed now? Are you coming around to me now? Will you come and interrupt the feed now? Can you make it around to me somehow?
All right. Let's listen to this real quick. Get the mix right
Can you
here.
come and preempt the feed now? Are you coming around to me now? Will you come and interrupt the feed now?
All right, sweet. So I'm going to show you with these off.
Can you come and preempt the feed now?
On.
Can you come and preempt the feed now? Are you coming around to me now?
Super easy way to have a vocal reverb and to have a delay. It's fast and it allows you to really get in there and make sure that things are sitting right. So the other way that you do this in GarageBand is you would go to this lead vocal and then you would turn up this master echo or this master reverb, right? And the problem with this is that you only get one echo and reverb. In theory, now that you know this trick, you can add this to guitars, you can add this to the drums. I have a snare verb up here, and I did the same thing. I bounced just the snare, exported just the snare, and then brought it in as its own reverb, right? What's so cool about this, and one of the biggest reasons why you do this, I'll show you right now. So after you get your verb and your slap to be in a really good position overall for the song, what you're going to do is let's listen. So we have this crazy guitar solo, and then the vocals come in really soft and quiet and kind of by themselves with the piano. Let's listen.
Talking myself down. It's always about.
So since it's such an intimate moment, I might want a little bit less effects there, right? Like I might want just a little bit less reverb and slap to really bring the vocal forward and make it more intimate. So how we do that is we hit A. Now we have automation. So automation allows you to, we'll just use volume as an example, to kind of write. So you can click and put little volume points in, right? What we can do is we can go to this section. So we can say, all right, this starts here.
Talking myself down. Talking myself down.
And then when he gets crazy loud.
Can you come and preempt the feed?
So here, when it goes back into that big part, we're going to have the effects go right back to where they were. So I'm going to hold down Command, and it brings up this little pencil guy. And we're going to select right here, a little dot. And we're going to select right here. And then we're going to do one more in between. What this does is it makes it so that our selections stay the same on either side. Then we're going to turn this down a little bit. Let's go ahead and mute this so we can see if this is going to sound good.
Talking myself down. It's always about talking myself down.
All right, let's get the slap to sound good. Do the same thing. So we're going to do a dot. Oops, dot, dot. And then we're going to do a dot and a dot.
Talking myself down. It's always about talking myself down.
All right, cool. So now let's hear what this sounds like coming out of this guitar solo.
Talking myself down. It's always about talking myself down. Can you come and preempt the feed now?
And then we go back to our more wet sounding vocal. It allows you to kind of shape these reverbs and these effects inside of GarageBand, which you can normally do inside of any other DAW, but GarageBand just doesn't quite have the capability to do that unless you do it in this way, because they just give you this master echo, master reverb. You could technically come in here and mess with stuff with the automation, but it's just so much more fun and easier to do it this way. And you actually get a fader. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found that beneficial. Hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions at all, please put them in the comments. I love making these videos for you, and I my biggest goal is to try to get artists to release more music. I have so many friends that write so much music and they have so much music on their computer, and it's just hard for them to get it out because they don't feel like it sounds good. So I want to help you to make your music sound better. That's why I'm here. So don't forget about that completely free vocal preset bundle that is linked in the description. Just click that, sign up, and because you get that, you also get updates on when I release new videos. Now, go make some music. Peace.